Hello and welcome to the 100th episode of the Bump Out Podcast. My name is Hayden Short and I'm joined by my best mate of over 20 years, Adrian Messner. Welcome to the Century Club, Mez.
For the 100th time, bro. What a pleasure to be here. What an absolute pleasure, mate. What a day.
We're raising the bat.
We
have
are.
a cricket term here.
Yeah, we just we turned up, mate.
Yep.
Turned up in SuperCoach. We also hit a century. What else have we done?
We're both married. We're
Both married.
happy. Yeah, we have good friends.
Yep.
We're successful.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's roll with that.
We'll get some sponsorship soon.
I love that, bro.
That's where we're going to go. Positive thinking.
I love that,
and
mate.
you're looking just as good as the Bulldogs looked in the second half in your wedding suit right
Thanks,
now.
mate. You are looking just as good as the Brisbane Broncos in the 2023 Grand Final for 60 minutes.
Thanks. The
No
first
worries.
60.
First 60, obviously, not last
After
60.
that, and then the kick-ons for the
First
last
60.
40 afterwards.
First 60 only.
Yeah.
First
Jeez,
60
that's
only.
good. Thank
Yeah.
you.
That's
I appreciate
okay.
that.
That's okay. Bit of a backhanded compliment.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was pretty good, bro. Caught up on some sleep finally from Magic Round on Friday night.
Oh,
So,
Huge
yeah.
week.
Shout
Big
outs-
push by you, by the way.
oh yeah, very big push. Very
good
big
stuff.
push. Shout out to the South and Broncos game for me falling asleep for the last 20 minutes. So I missed literally the ending and I woke up and I was like, oh, South won.
Yep.
Terrific.
I wish I fell asleep.
Really good news. Yes.
I wish I did.
You could have, but you didn't.
Well, I have my Broncos undies on underneath this.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we supposed to wear undies today?
I don't normally, so not today. Not today. But yeah, mate, that was my Friday night.
Yeah.
Not too much. Bit of Pizza Hut actually. Shout out. Loved it.
What'd you go for? What's your choice of pizza?
My go-to is barbecue meat lovers. Original pan.
Yep.
Has to be Pizza Hut.
Okay. Original pan is just the normal?
Original
So
pan
not
is the
too
thick.
thin, not too thick.
Original pan is
I
the
like
thick.
too.
Yeah.
We like them
We all
thick.
like thick. We
yep.
all like them thick.
Yep.
Mate, that rolled into some cheesy garlic bread
Ooh.
and then a Hershey's cookie pizza.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That
Yeah.
was
I
Friday?
That was Friday night. I was a fat slob. It was
Wow.
beautiful.
That's all right.
Had a great night.
Deserved. Well deserved.
Hence the food coma and falling asleep quite early. But mate, and then rolling into Saturday, watched my wife play netball as usual.
How do we go? I didn't ask on purpose.
Mate, let's not even mention it. Really bad.
Really bad. How did she go? Let's go personal performances. Player standouts.
She went well.
Good.
She went well.
Yep.
She went good enough.
A few
They were
goals.
short.
How's the tailbone?
Tailbone's good, mate. Tailbone's good.
Shout
Back's
out
a
to
bit
Guy,
sore.
Kinetic Healthcare.
Yeah, thank you very much for
She's on
helping
the
her
mend.
out. She is. But mate, from netball, then we rolled into seeing my mum for Mother's Day.
Nice.
We did that Saturday night.
Yep, the early one.
Did the early one the Saturday night. So shout out to my mum. Happy Mother's Day.
How's the sexy boy Anthony going?
Sexy boy going very well, actually. Him, I think.
as usual.
Mr. Venus, Val Venus.
Yeah, of course. And for Sunday too, off an absolute clinic
Exactly.
into Mother's Day on the Sunday. Sorry, obviously. Were you
That's
watching
right.
the game there?
Yeah,
on
we
Saturday?
were watching a few games. Yes. Yes.
Look at that.
We did.
good.
Mum did unfortunately request to turn the footy off for half an hour while we ate dinner,
Wow.
but we obliged.
But the Bulldogs game was early, so
We obliged, mate. Yeah, we were already
it's lucky.
We were well into the we were well into the celebration by then,
Yeah,
mate.
celebratory mode.
And then Sunday into the Reaver family, as usual, a beautiful evening / afternoon,
Very nice.
and then that was it, mate. What
Good
about you?
week. What a good weekend.
How was your weekend?
What a fulfilling weekend.
It was.
Mine was really good. Friday night, we went and checked out Oran Park Hotel, the rooftop I'm going to be DJing at next week.
Any good?
Yeah, it's very nice. Bit pricey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bit pricey.
a little bit.
Were
Might have to
those
get some
the-
sponsors on board.
Were those the cokes that you were getting into in the pokies area?
No,
that
not
why it
not
was
that
expensive?
No, fortunately not that pricey. Not with the wife.
That's good. Okay.
Not with the wife.
Luckily, I didn't accompany you then.
No,
Luckily.
we asked Cass and Jess because they were like they wanted to check out the dumplings place, and they were busy on that night. But it might have been a bit more. It would have been. I think it would have been better, but at the same time, going into the Broncos game, I said Tara, we've got a little gap, so we're going to go towards the second half of the first game. So as soon as it goes half time, we're leaving 7 o'clock.
Okay.
We need to get there so I can watch the second half on my phone, and then we get back second half of the Broncos game so I can watch the first. Yeah, it worked.
Right.
She worked out really well. She loved it. She said it's fine. So we worked it out
Very
around
good.
that, which is work. It's work, Adrian.
Compensation, mate.
It's work.
Compensation. It's also how to have a happy marriage.
It is. And I'm very lucky with my understandable wife.
Exactly. We both are, actually. Thank
Yeah,
God.
we are.
Shout out
and
to
then
them.
into Saturday, not much. Tara went to a wedding. Shout out to her friend Victoria from school.
Yep.
And then
You were working?
did a gig. Yeah, did a gig at the Zest in Point Piper. It's quite nice, good weather, worked out well. I was hoping we'd both come in here a little bit sad so we could lift each other up.
Yep.
But you've come in flying and I've come in just the same as always.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
disappointed a little bit. Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, mate, what can you do? We're here.
True.
We're healthy. We're happy.
That's right. Like
Come
we
on,
said
mate.
before.
Let's look at the positives.
And then on Sunday, Happy Mother's Day, Mum. I did the Swifts early
Beautiful.
and then went to a bit of Thai.
Bit of Thai.
Bit of Thai for an
Mum's
early
choice?
dinner, about a 5 p.m. dinner.
Mum's choice?
Bit of
very
Thai in
nice.
Sydney Olympic Park. Straight back to Adenza and then home.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Not too late?
No, not too late.
Not too late?
No, it's perfect.
That's what you
home
want.
about 8 o'clock.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really nice to catch up on all the games again. You know what
Sure
I'm
it
really
was.
looking forward to? Talking about a Sunday. This Sunday. 3 games.
3 games again.
Because Women's
Women's
Origin
Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah, clean sweep. Incoming.
Fucking oath
For
there
our
is.
New South Wales girls.
Come on, the Blues. The Sky Blues. Let's go.
So, Mez, we're in our wedding suits with glasses of...
We are.
we got mimosas here. So we have to cheers to that.
They
Everyone can
are-
see us.
They are normally an AM drink, but PM,
hey,
mate.
it's
and
AM somewhere. All right, cheers to 100 episodes.
Cheers, mate. Let's go.
So I wasn't sure that we were sculling.
Ooh.
I wasn't sure if we were sculling it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to keep mine.
My tradition is to scull it. On
Yours
the
is.
50th,
It
on
is.
the
You did
50th, I
there.
necked the champagne,
You
and this
did.
time we're stepping up notches here.
We are.
Mimosas.
The champagne was first because of the Champagne Rugby
Yeah.
League. Another good reference.
We also have Oztag tonight, so I want to sort of be semi-sober
Peak
by the
performance.
time I get there.
Yeah, peak performance. Oh, another champagne performance from us tonight, I think, incoming.
Definitely,
I
mate.
hope so.
Definitely.
Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok, like us on Facebook, subscribe, and for the first time, watch us on YouTube, our 100th
Bam.
episode. Our first full episode uploaded to our YouTube channel. You can see the shorts that we upload and the content creators that we are every week. So if you want to go
Weekly.
back and look at those, have a look. Also, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
No less.
So, Mez, just before we start, I was asked by a few listeners, shout out Cass and a few others, for an update on the Dally M medal every week, the leaderboard.
Every week?
So, I'm going to run through it. Here it is at the end of round 10. Who do you think's coming first?
I
Did you
already
see it?
know.
You did?
I already
Okay.
know.
29 points, Will Kennedy from the Sharks.
Yep.
Love that.
Let me see if I can pick second and third.
Go, 26 points,
Terrell May,
Terrell May, West Tigers. 24 points, 2 people.
2 people.
Yep.
Is Connor Tracy one of them?
No.
Is it Pappy?
No. James Tedesco, Roosters, and Luke Metcalf, Warriors.
Metcalf.
24 points. In fourth place, 23 points. Payne Haas, Broncos.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say Payne's got to be there.
20 points. We'll finish here. Jai
Munster.
Gray, Rabbitohs, Munster, Storm, Pappenhausen, Storm.
Pappenhausen.
After
Sneaky.
that, 19, 18, 17, Tom Dearden, Connor Tracy, Isaiah Katoa. So it's working
Pappy
at the
my
moment.
pick. Pappy my pick for this year, I think.
No, I think you'll get too many points taken off him.
You think?
I think the perfect one is like an Isaiah Katoa, Connor Tracy, Will
William
Kennedy.
Kennedy, mate.
Will Kennedy, yeah.
At the start that he's had,
That's exactly right. And even Tedesco at the moment.
better off to be out in front at the start, mate, and maintain rather than have to
Shout out
catch up.
Nathan and Supercoach.
Exactly. That's what we're trying to do.
So, Mez, the start of comeback round. Round 10 was kicked off with the Combine curse in full effect once again, with the Dolphins defeating the Parramatta Eels 20-16. Sorry, Dill. But a huge grind.
I'm not sorry.
A huge grind. Para look a little like they lack a bit of variation in attack.
Definitely, mate.
Dylan Walker looked like the variation. I wrote that and then went really quiet after the try assist.
He actually did.
So I wasn't
actually
sure.
did.
I thought, oh, okay, that's it. Done.
So
Perfect.
I didn't know whether I got too excited or not, but I wrote this note, mate. Dylan Walker is an influential bench player. Do the Blues play Connor Watson at 9 and Dylan Walker at 14?
That early. Wow.
Literally, after the ball to Matt Dury, I was like, he's good, man.
Yeah. It's
He's
nice.
very good
He is good.
with no sort of hooker in form. I know it took us, 9 minutes to get into Origin chat. I do apologise. We'll be doing a special on it.
As soon as we started.
Stay tuned. But,
Yeah.
mate, what do they do? What do they do, Parramatta?
Well, that's the thing. I think we're getting to the point of the season now where we're not really talking about specific gameplay as such, but
Yeah.
player standouts and what the team needs to do to improve.
Yeah.
So we don't have to go back to specifics. Something I did like, Para rolled them late. We just couldn't capitalise and get those final points. Something I think they're missing, Zach Lomax.
Yeah, big
that
time.
little bit of X factor.
You know what they're missing? They're missing nothing's on. We need points. What can we do? Mitchie, put up something for Lomax.
Yep.
The competitive edge.
Yeah, who
That's
did
what
that
they're
for
lacking.
Dolphins? Herbie.
Exactly.
Nothing was on. You saw it a little bit on the weekend. Shout out to Stephen Crichton in the centre. Sherry as well on the other side.
Stop it.
You saw
Stop
he's
it.
in a tight suit. Also a Yongi.
Yes.
Every now and then. A positive for them. I'm writing down positives now weekly, especially for the teams that are losing.
Yeah.
Positives, Iongi looked really confident. The combo with Moses is looking really nice.
Combo with Moses. And also, I think Katonga on the left edge.
Yeah.
Some good
growing.
signs there. Some
Yeah.
good signs. His offloading game is phenomenal. If Isaiah Yongi is a good support player, I think if he can sort of just delve into that, like you said, they need another point of attack. I think their middle's a little bit unconvincing to me.
Yep.
They need something there. I don't know what it is. They obviously have added
Yeah.
Dylan Walker lately.
Yep.
But
We actually had a chat to Bryce Cartwright's cousin,
yes.
and we're not going to give her name away, or his or her name away.
His or her name again. That's exactly right.
They name away.
Just in their
case.
name.
Just in case. Their name away.
Mm-hmm.
But she was saying something, sorry, again, they were saying something about the love of football being back in the player.
Mm-hmm.
And in Bryce Cartwright or about the coach, we don't know. We're not going to spread rumours.
That's
but
right.
Ryan Madison's still 18th man all around the reserves. What's going on?
He's gone.
What is going on at this club?
He's gone. He's gone.
You reckon?
Brisbane Broncos should be ringing him immediately.
Well, we've said this for the last 2 years, haven't we?
Immediately.
2 years.
I just play him on an edge. I know to me, it's not his best
Wow.
position. But
Jeez.
for you, that would work, bro.
It's not too bad. We're going to talk about the offload game coming up in a lot of the teams. I think they can add it to their attack.
Definitely, mate.
And I think that's what Doggies did really well, as well as Storm.
100%.
I know it's hard. We'll get to the Storm one, but it's really hard for Tigers in that game to give any positives or negatives.
Don't think many people beat them on that day, unfortunately.
Nah, exactly right. Let's go
To the Dolphins?
I want to move to the Dolphins. Katoa, slick. But the team is also very well choreographed off him.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I think they said it in commentary as well, the choreography thing.
Yes.
I really, really liked it. They probably lose against 70% of the teams in the NRL on this day, both teams, but they did what they needed to do to win.
They gritted it.
They did. And
got
that's
into
why
the
they're not on
grind.
the bottom of the table,
Exactly, mate.
like many have picked.
It's just the effort, right?
Yeah.
It's the effort that they have. Mate, they had 100% completion rate for the first half as well.
Yeah.
That's going to put you in a great position to just build that foundation, mate. Isaiah Katoa, like you said, he had some very flat passes, some great deception. But the thing that I liked the most was his defensive efforts. It gave me Jerome Luai vibes, actually, from earlier in the year.
Metcalf vibes too
Exactly.
at Magic Round.
Exactly. So he also ran back. He tapped the ball to force Iongi to drop the ball. They were definitely going in to score a try. If anyone can remember that specifically in the game. But, mate, the battle of the halves, it was very close. I think both of them were controlling halves as well, Katoa and Moses. But fuck me, Herbie. That's he just sliced through effortlessly between Riley Smith and Mitchell Moses.
Yeah.
Two guys who definitely shouldn't be making those mistakes. Riley Smith.
Yeah, Riley Smith is working into the game.
Yeah.
I think he's building his 80-minute engine, motor. And like you guys have done, the Dogs a lot this year, you've used people's enthusiasm against them. And I think he put in so much effort, and he puts in so much effort all game with his tackling,
Yes.
with his kick pressure. He's the best kick pressure player in the game at the moment.
But
He's
yes.
pressuring everything. So maybe the coach says, mate, pick your times.
Pick your timing. Yeah,
because
it's your timing.
you're pressuring everything and you're dying and you're missing this tackle, which he would never have missed.
It was a great reference. Reed Marnie. Very similar player. Very similar, even when he was younger.
Yeah.
He just wanted to go at it all the time. Sometimes he tries to get under the skin a little bit too much, but Riley Smith has a little bit like that in him as well,
The headgear.
which is what I like.
Yeah, short in stature.
I love
The
it, mate.
headgear, very good in defense.
Yeah.
That one was a one-off. He also versing Herbie. He doesn't take as many runs as you. He's not tackling like you do all day in the middle of the field against the big forwards.
Oh, yeah, he's got the
And
energy
the
to go.
Dolphins had some big forwards coming on. Good luck hitting Ray Stone. Hitting
Or Josh
any
Kerr.
of those boys. No thanks.
Or Josh Kerr.
Nah, I'm good, lad.
Yeah, exactly. Mate,
Thank you. Kalamatangi the whole day.
they closed out the game. They actually turned up their line speed. They turned over the ball close to Parramatta's line. 95% completion rate at the end of the game.
Yeah.
But I think their scramble and their try-saving tackles, that was essentially the difference between these two teams.
I think so. Let's move on.
That's...
Gold Coast Titans defeated the Newcastle Knights 24-20.
And
There
it
aren't
didn't
many
take long,
things-
Hayden.
Same time.
Didn't take long.
I haven't written many notes for this, but really ordinary play to start the game is what I've got. And now I can't really understand the next few things that I've written
Okay.
because I started writing something and then the Newcastle went shit and then the Titans started coming back and I just kind of went, what am I writing? And I just stopped.
Yeah.
And then I ended up with Tino doing all he can through the middle, 0 ball early.
Literally.
That's how it worked.
You know what?
out.
If it's not quality, why have it in there?
Seriously,
Fuck
he
it.
was doing absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
He was doing, they had no ball and he's just trying to build that momentum through the middle.
Yeah.
And they
Especially early.
And they had absolutely nothing. If they can keep up the 15-minute performance that they have, the Titans, for most of the game, they'll beat any team in the NRL.
But they can't.
They can't. And I don't
They
know
just
what
can't.
happens. Like, maybe you should go out and play most of the team in reserve grade for like 15 minutes earlier, get them pumped, start conceding heaps of tries, then they come out in the start of an NRL game, and they start from behind.
Yeah.
Because if they're in front, they get run down. But if they're leading,
I just can't get a grasp on it, man.
if they're down, they come back.
Can't get a read. I can't get a read, and I can't quite pinpoint what's going on there. Pretty much, Parramatta, I think they're missing the spark. But you look at the Gold Coast Titans lineup and
They've
you're like,
got
man,
the spark, mate.
you have what you need there. Jaden Campbell, Brimson. Admittedly, you throw Kinney in there. Maybe it's a little bit different.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's two more tries in there at certain points.
I don't think they knew how much they'd miss him until he's gone. It's like an ex. You don't know.
Yeah. You don't know what you have till it's gone.
Don't know what you have till it's gone.
You're right. Okay.
Shout out to all our exes.
Yeah.
What was that? Just moving my fingers around.
Yeah, YouTube.
No, I got none anyways. That's all good.
Yeah, exactly right.
Good. Mate, Newcastle. Do you want to stay on Newcastle or you want to go Titans? We'll stick on the Titans. Shocking discipline to start, mate. 5 penalties, 3 set restarts, all within 18 minutes.
Yeah.
You cannot win a football game if you start like that, unfortunately. No. Well, actually, the Bulldogs have proved that wrong, but...
Well, the Titans proved that wrong.
Definitely,
they came back too.
Definitely. And then I think the offloads is where they need to sort of...
Yeah.
That's where they're going to get that second phase play is going to be where they gain momentum, especially through the middle. They got the pace, man. JC, Brimo, if you got them running through the middle, De Groot, Kinney, but they've also got like Philip Sami, Brian Kelly.
I've been really impressed with this year.
They have if not, look, he's probably top 3 quickest in the NRL, Khan Pereira, and he just sits out in the wing and waits for the ball to come to him. Brother, get in there.
Yeah.
Get in there.
Doesn't feel like there's maybe a mature head in there to say, hey, mate, come in. Like, let's
Kieran
go.
Foran, missing. Does Daly go there?
No. Daly, it's looking more like Daly goes to Roosters.
Boring.
More and more and
That's
more.
That's boring,
and more.
bro.
They have to buy a premiership, Mez. We know that. Cooper Cronk. Sonny Bill Williams. There has to be really influential players, man.
You're not wrong.
He has to go there. There's no way he doesn't go there. If he wants to win a premiership, the way Talangi's playing, you're not taking his spot.
No, you're not going to Penrith anymore.
Well, actually, that's the one note I wrote down. We'll get to it later on with Manly. Halves need to stand up.
I think so. On just one more on the Titans. Attacking shape. Bo Firma ball playing at the back. Who's he hit? AJ Brimson. Out the back.
Fullback.
Out the back. Where does he look the best? Out the back.
Out the full back.
Out being fullback. Bro.
Yeah.
I think he needs to be there.
Same here. Unfortunately.
I'm happy to play the Grit 6. I'm happy, man.
He looked great in Magic Round when Tom Weaver went down.
I'm happy for him to just even take it one off the ruck. He does well at first receiver.
He's a bigger body. He's not so small as Kinney.
No. And he's not worried to take the line on. I'm happy for him to really dig deep into that line.
Yep.
I think there's shades there.
For sure.
Also, I think Tino's going to be the best Titan to ever play. Just saying.
Well,
just saying. Cool. Just saying.
Very fair.
Very fair at the moment.
Very fair. Although I love Brimo too.
Yeah.
So shout out Preston Campbell.
Shout out to Preston
Matt
Campbell.
Rogers.
Yes.
Big fans.
Mate, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Plethora of possession.
Help me.
Great field position. They got Lucas one-on-one with Jaden Campbell. Tick. Did they go back to it? No, they did not.
No.
Did it once in the game and he scored. Every other time, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Apart from that, they looked shaky, mate. They looked scared to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Again. Adam O'Brien,
too.
It's fucking boring, man. Honestly. It's very boring to watch. You don't even... you know what? It's really becoming my pet peeve is no effort in kick chase and no contest for the ball. Yep. I just want you to have a crack. Just have a crack. Yeah, so what? You might drop the ball. You're going to hand the ball over anyway, bro.
Lomax, Herbie, Nanai.
Have a go.
Talangi.
Have a go. All the best teams in the NRL have a good kick chase and they compete for every play.
Yep. Lindsay Collins.
Just do it. Just do it. They let the game go. Yep. They lost. They deserve to lose.
Yep.
Shot themselves in the foot.
I picked them. I think I picked Newcastle, but I said Titans would win, so I don't know why I did that.
I picked Newcastle as well. Stupidly. Stupidly. Whenever you think they're gonna pull something out, they just don't.
Although I didn't think they would last week and they did Magic Round against Rabbitohs too.
Oh,
with all the players
Go
out.
back and look at that. It's a reserve grade team they beat, mate.
Yeah. Very true. Well, talking about that reserve grade team, the reserve grade-ish South Sydney Rabbitohs defeated the Brisbane Broncos 22-14. I've got a few things here, but I also want you to come back at me with other things and questions and statements throughout. So it's not just going to be me ranting and sooking. So there's an obvious plan to aim at Sullivan early, which I didn't mind. He did pretty well, especially with Pierre Coulter.
Talking about the Broncos, obviously, here.
Yep. Okay completion rate at 78%. It just looked like we lacked creativity again.
Yes.
I liked Willison off the bench.
Better than the second row?
I liked him at the second row, but when he was there, we beat a Bulldogs in the rain with no ball.
With two sin bins in the first half.
Yeah, with three sin bins in the game.
You had to take advantage,
You take advantage of it.
Let's take it as a positive.
Yeah.
Let's roll with a positive.
You could see the difference when Haas went off.
Yeah.
Obviously, back spasmed, I think it was. Comes back on, plays gun again. Does that change the game for us? No, because he's making the meters and off the back of it, there's no creativity. There's nothing in attack. It's really weird to say. I think we're missing Walsh and Mam more than people realise. Who did the points come off in the grand final in that 60 minutes of play?
Mam.
It's all Mam and Walsh. But it's not just Walsh. It's Walsh being an option and Mam taking advantage of it. Unfortunately, we've been fans of Ben Hunt the last few weeks and now he's injured.
We sure have.
And he's origin for us for sure. Now that he's out,
what happens?
Mam comes straight back in. Torn pec, Jock Madden.
Yeah, Mam straight back in.
So it's straight back in. Or Josh Rogers or something if they really want to go by an ethical approach. Mam should have been out the year. We're not saying that he's not. He shouldn't have been out. He should have probably been out for the whole year. At least maybe 6 months. 10 weeks.
But then
is
again,
a few months, but they've made their
people
rule.
smarter than us have made that.
Yeah, exactly right. So I think Mam comes in.
I agree.
I like Cobbo coming out of our own end, but I just love him tackle 2 or 3. Like he was great making contact, but I want to see that straight away into a next run from Mariner into a Cobbo again.
Perfect winger. Honestly.
The way he was playing.
Perfect winger.
I love Taulagi and I'm biased towards Taulagi. That's how much I enjoy him. I think they'll pick Cobbo on the wing for Queensland.
Over him?
Over Coates and Cobbo.
Shit.
So I don't think they should. I'm a huge fan. I want Taulagi there. I don't care. I love Taulagi.
I want Taulagi.
I love him.
For sure.
I love him. I can't speak highly enough of him.
You know what? He also goes up another level in Origin. I don't think Cobbo does.
But I think Cobbo does. That's why they'll pick him, I think. But
we're yet to see it, but we will. We'll see how we go.
You think so? I think he lifted in one of the other games.
It just doesn't come. If it doesn't spring to my mind,
yeah,
then
it's fair enough. So he has the slick hands, like we said, Cobbo.
Love it.
But I really do like him on the wing. We lack the creativity, youthfulness, and naivety in attack.
Naivety. Can I have a definition, please?
Being naive, so trying the stupid things when you probably shouldn't. Probably having like the confidence to do something that you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
So not caring about a consequence and just doing.
How did you think your support play was? In the sense
from the backs, or you're talking from our forwards?
Well, from anyone.
Well, they didn't look like they had the intent to be there.
Well, in this game, all I can think of is Payne Haas making a clean line break.
No one.
And not one person around him.
No.
Normally, you run in pairs in forwards, man.
Yeah.
Paddy and him do it a lot, but in that instance...
Paddy's taken 24 runs, the other forwards should be there. There's no excuse for Hetherington, like a Jensen,
but
a Willison.
You know who pokes his nose through there? Mam, every time. Every time,
and if it's not Walsh there who's taken the run before that, it's Mam.
And you know what? On the Mam thing, like whoever's made the decision for him to be available now, Madge, you just got to fall on your sword, bro. Just do it. Just pick him.
Yeah.
Do you want to bring something from this season?
Yeah.
Because I genuinely think if you're going to be this inconsistent, you'll be bounced out first week of finals, and there goes the season. You guys should be competing for the premiership, and you're not.
Yeah. I think Mam and Walsh provide what we need.
Definitely.
And no matter how much of a form slump Walsh was suffering, when he's back, he comes straight in and works on the combos with Mam and Reynolds. And I think we get back to our best.
I can see it.
And obviously the way to upset Hayden, everyone knows and any fan knows, is say Walsh is overrated. We'll have I want an episode where we sit down and we just answer fan questions.
Perfect.
And one of them will be, is Walsh overrated?
We should do a little like a TikTok live or something. That'll be good.
That'll be really good. Yeah. And
Get some interaction.
Record it and get it up on YouTube too. I love that. I just think Walsh, even though he's not in the form that he would have liked to be in, would have provided so much to this team. Just the intent, I think, even though he didn't have the slickness, although it was wet, it was towards the end of the game.
It sort of played into like Cobbo at fullback hands because he likes the short, sharp passes, those little slick hands that we like.
Yeah, we had some nice shape, but is there anything else you wanted to add to that? Because that's really all I've got down. As much as I'm emotionally hurt, I didn't really write anything else about Silkin about ref decisions. Or
no, yeah, you can't really.
It was just
you can't do that.
We didn't have anything.
Yeah, look,
towards the end.
when you got your opportunities, you didn't necessarily take them. Especially like he had a 14-0 lead, bro. Shouldn't be giving that up.
Yep.
That's the biggest thing that I took away from this game. I think it's starting to become a little bit worrying because it happens a fair bit, especially now. What are we now? 10, 11 rounds in this week. Inconsistency is becoming consistent, weirdly enough. But, mate, I don't know. I think they're just waiting for Mam to come back. It feels like they're just like cruising in third gear going, we'll just peter along. And then hopefully...
Now Hunt's out. They're forced to put Mam in.
Forced.
Or Josh Rogers. If you're happy to go Josh Rogers, I'm not going to go against them.
I think...
Just for the sake of it.
Who are you going to lose to Origin? You're going to lose Haas and Carrigan? That's pretty much it.
That's probably it.
Maybe
so
Cobbo.
Most can stay.
So, you know what? Like, it's probably a good time for your forwards to step up without them. I think they're probably a little bit privileged because they have two guys who will just go all day and probably not complain. They won't complain. They'll just go. They'll play 60, 70 minutes, no problems. We'll take all the hit-ups. We'll do all the shit stuff. We'll make all the tackles, all your clean-up work. Like, I just see them two consistently scrambling and doing the clean-up work, which especially if Payne Haas is your strike in your forward pack, you shouldn't have to do that. That's Payne Haas of when you were at, competing for the wooden spoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're past that.
Something, before we move on to the Rabbitohs, Mariner gets a break upfield, takes on Latrell outside him. Why not just run inside? Just the little silly things, like why risk the sideline? They're the little moments that change the game.
That moment,
just go inside, bro. Why are you skipping him outside on a wet surface too?
You know what you gave
one of the
him?
biggest players, one of the biggest fullbacks in the comp.
But that moment gave him the confidence
to go,
I've
fuck
got him.
you guys. Yeah.
I've got him here.
Why? I know. It's fair. Like, I love that he got there. Great intent. Skipping his man, palming off, getting through the hole. Just percentage play, boys.
It's very weird, though, because 9 times out of 10, I back Mariner to win that contest. Like, he's quick, bro.
Well, there's an optimistic viewer that I'm glad that he backed himself.
He's quick.
But be smarter, think about the team. They always say
do you remember what tackle it was?
No, I don't.
If it wasn't
I know
last,
it wasn't last.
If it wasn't last,
it wasn't last.
Just
It
go
was
down.
one of the first few tackles.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's much bigger than you too. He's going to be able to use that
To
momentum
trap
in the wet.
and throw you.
Yeah.
All right, Rabbits, Mez, give them their flowers.
Latrell stands up, bro. Latrell stood up, really. What did they do? The front pairing of Jai Arrow and Keon Kalamatangi, just an attitude change. I think that's what they needed. That's what they needed. They wanted to step up to you guys, but they went in a little bit of a different fashion. They just went these guys who are a little bit smaller, a bit more mobile, can play long minutes. They took it to you, unfortunately, for you guys. They definitely did take it. I think I liked how they dominated the middle third early. They created space really nicely for their edges. They capitalized on their good ball, sort of things that the Broncos really didn't do, especially in that second half.
Still leading.
In the second half, especially.
Yeah, Keon, he has to be through the middle now. He's
mate,
amazing.
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind he could be top 3 locks in the game. Even front row forwards in the game. He needs to play there. Especially for that makeup of that team, they need him there. Fortunately, unfortunately. Isaiah Tass. I keep telling you, bro, I'm just not hot on Stags this year. Just not hot on him. And I think he made him look like a reserve grader, honestly. Isaiah Tass.
Well, Sherry did do it to Tomoko as well.
That's true.
So a lot of the senses this week, it was either you're up or you're down. And Herbie did the same thing.
Yeah.
So
I think so.
it's tough. You just don't want to have that week.
You don't.
Unfortunately, it happens every 3 or 4 weeks. Stags may come out this week and be the best player on the field.
Do you know what I find? If he has like a big matchup, like he versus like Stephen Crichton,
He'll deal with
he's going to rip.
Yeah.
He's going to rip and he's going to be intent. He's going to be aggressive from minute 1. I love watching him. And then next week he versus an Isaiah Tass.
I reckon he rates himself a little bit, maybe.
You reckon?
I reckon he might rate him because he's good. But I reckon he might rate it. I reckon he might have tickets on himself.
He's
maybe.
good, but I want you to have an 8 out of 10 every week, bro.
Yeah. You got your wedding ring on too.
I do.
Love
Sure
that.
do.
I didn't have mine because of the tapping.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Shout out to the tapping.
Yeah. But talk about Latrell.
You know what? I'm going to talk about someone else who I think helped him win the game. Jaden Sullivan. 3 1-on-1 tackles on Piakura on the line. Piakura, I picked to score them 9 times out of 10. Through the grades, Jarrell Yao even himself said he's a great hole runner, really good when he gets the manipulation from the half to be 1-on-1 with them. And Sullivan chopped him 3 times.
Yep.
That won them the game.
I think it says more about Piakura than Sullivan, but
You reckon?
we don't have second rowers, man. I've been saying it for
If that's
years.
Ryan Madison, he hits left arm free
Oh, bro.
with Ezra or Walsh there. I'm telling you, bro.
Jeez, man. Even the size, like the pure size, we don't have big second rowers. Kashevsky, Ricky.
The bad
But
thing
also
is,
Ricky runs like he's on a bit of a treadmill, so it's
does.
It's a bit tough.
but he's all effort. He's all effort. I don't mind him for his effort.
Yeah.
But then you get Latrell Mitchell. Steps up, 48-meter field goal, a junk try at the end, which I don't necessarily even count. I think it's a little bit unethical, but
Yeah, it is.
you got to be clocked on, mate.
He had his elbow on the ground too, so if you touched him, it's a tackle. No one touched him. It's
So-
fair play.
What do you do?
It's fair play. What are you
What do you
supposed to do? It pissed me off and the way he celebrated and threw the ball and they all ran. But he was just as surprised as everyone else was watching. The look on his face wasn't like I'm the man. It was like, oh shit, they didn't touch me. I scored. That's a try.
It tripped me out that he celebrated more from the try than he did when he kicked a 48-meter field goal.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you just iced it from halfway. Like, Have a go. But, mate, forced his way into my Origin squad and
Yeah, he's going to get pumped in Origin.
broke all Brisbane's hearts. He's going to get pumped in Origin after his man of the series. And we
Made one good play against
Fishers.
a shocking side at the moment.
Fishers. Not one good play, mate. There were a few. The defensive effort that he just...
What
I
he
think
should have done against
a lot of people are going to pump him
winger.
up. A lot of people are going to pump him up. And I'm Latrell's probably not number 1 fan. Number 3,
Well,
number
you're
4.
probably number 3 or 4 or 5.
Number 3 or 4. And I
Yeah.
love him. I think I expect that from Latrell,
Yeah,
honestly.
you said he'd win the Dally M this year.
Legit. And if he was fit in every game and played like that, he probably would. He probably would.
Sure. Okay.
He's just going to get the points because he has the efforts, mate. And
In that team's...
if he did this against someone else, I'd like to know your opinion. But because it's against the Broncos, it's fair enough.
I just hate that he's...
It's fair enough.
I hate that he's done this and like 3 good tackles and then he kicks a field goal from halfway and he's the fucking man.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, mad, sweet. All right. Now do it every week. Walsh has
wanna
had
see it
better
every week.
efforts than him this year and he's been
I
shit.
highly doubt that. Walsh
Well-
was... What? Efforts. Yes.
Efforts. The things.
Trying,
The
yes.
things that he's... Oh, yeah.
Fair enough.
Well, Walsh has had
Trying.
better
Not
efforts than
performance.
anyone every
Not
year.
performance.
It might not be the best output, but that's not the point. We're
Exactly.
saying efforts.
Let's move on,
Talking
bro.
about effort, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs defeated the Canberra Raiders 32-20. Top of the table clash, 1v2, a weak gutted comeback from the Dogs.
Fucking oath.
That's it.
Fucking oath.
20-0 down at halftime, winning the second half 32-0 in 35 minutes. Incredible from Serrato's men.
I am surprised you didn't hear me from... Where were you on Saturday night?
Oh, Zest, Point Piper.
Point Piper. I'm surprised you didn't hear me from my house. Mate, I had no voice, eh?
For
voice.
the first time in 31 years, Canterbury are 8 wins and 1 loss in a season.
Thank you very
Who
much.
was the loss against again?
The rain. I think we
I
lost
can't
against the
actually believe
rain.
it. I can't actually believe we won. That's so,
It-
the world
and
knows
you know
that
what?
I had to win that game.
As the time goes on, it burns me more. It burns me more. But hopefully we get a
You
chance
won without
to...
Preston against a team who beat us.
Round 18, mate. Redemption round.
We'll probably win again. So we'll probably lose every game up until then. And then we'll beat you. You'll win every
Terrific.
game.
Thanks.
You'll win every game.
Thanks.
And then from there, that's the game I'll beat you.
We have
I'd
to
rather
go-
win every game and lose that game, to
We
be
have to
honest.
go 1-1 in the Bump Out Cup until we hit each other in a grand final.
Yeah, let us get there first. Play us back into form or something, please.
Well, you
Help
know
us
what?
out.
As long as we can help you out, you know. Our Brisbane brothers. It's all
Yeah.
good.
So we do say this quite a bit, and the Dogs fans know how it feels, but Canberra might have needed this wake-up call. I think this loss should build a bit of the resilience because they got a lesson in the second half.
They definitely did, bro.
And all the Dogs fans came from the Broncos game and said we needed this lesson. I think it'll be positive for them.
I think it will be. They'll
hope.
be very
I'm hoping
disappointed
for them.
in their efforts, bro.
Yeah.
I like everything in that game. I looked at it, especially in the first half. I was like, man, there's every excuse for us not to win. No players. They had all the ball. Fuck, they were really, really good in that first half. They were really, really good. I've watched this game twice now. The first time I was watching it, I was at netball. Every time I looked down, Canberra had scored a try.
Well,
Every time. It was their interchanging of passes through the middle killed us.
yep.
I think that really impressed me. The variation they had in attack was spectacular.
It's great. It's really, really good.
It's the new Raiders now.
It is.
It's the new Raiders. They're very sparkly. They're good to watch, but they also have that grit.
They probably missed Horsburgh a little bit too.
They
as
did
much as
definitely.
you didn't think they would.
They did definitely. Like, it was an onslaught through the middle early. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, we got dominated. Max King, he didn't have one of his best 20 minutes, his first stint, but fucking made up for it in his second one, I tell you that, mate.
Yeah, I'm really liking something I'm going to bring up quite a bit. I'm really liking it's an open side block usually towards the left.
Yep.
So they hit the lead, and then they've got the men pushing up, and they
Yes.
hit and spin and
Yeah,
flick
hit
it
and
off.
spin, yeah.
I think it's a new thing. It's good luck.
I think it was Penrith from last year, but now if you get the second rowers who can ball play, Luciano does it a lot actually.
Yes.
Hutto Young,
And
Viliami
you either
does
get
it.
through untouched,
Eli
or
Katoa does
you get
it.
through off contact. Exactly. And the way Talangi did it, he got it and then made that contact and flicked it up too.
To Papali'i as well, exactly.
Without the block, he just
It was
went.
good. It was good, mate.
Yeah.
But look, like,
Well, before we get to Dogs, Starling no try. Thoughts? So
I thought it was a try.
Salute
and I'm a Dogs
Fafita
fan.
had his hand on Starling, whether he was making a tackle or not.
Technically
Starling
held.
with his elbow on the ground, your ball carrying arms on the ground, which and a defensive player is touching you in
Yeah.
any capacity, it's a tackle.
I look at it logically, and I don't think it's a tackle, and
Yeah.
I don't think it's
But
held.
by the book,
But by the book,
it's a
right
tackle.
decision.
It's held.
Right decision.
I don't think Salute Fafita knew So are we going to
just
try?
lucky.
So are we trying to test a intent of tackle now?
Yeah.
So Saluka Fafita was looking up, like, where's the ball gone? And he had his hand on Starling.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a tackle.
It is.
So I don't really... I think that changes momentum big time. But Stephen
definitely
Crichton
does.
having the 10 minutes of... Probably the best 10 minutes from a centre I've ever seen, I think. Shout out Greg Inglis.
Big time.
Laurie Daly back in the day.
Mate, it took us 16 minutes. 16 minutes to complete a 20-point comeback. It was 22-20. So it was Mariota.
Yeah.
That's a Mariota.
Dropping the ball, wasn't
Dropping the ball over the line.
it? There were 2 tries, weren't they? There were 2 tries that could have just pushed it just out of the... Your confidence wouldn't have been there, hey?
No, it definitely wouldn't have been, bro.
No.
It wouldn't have been. My laptop is having an absolute spaz. Thank you very much for doing that.
Reload it. So try and deny Stephen Crichton that origin spot.
I think from what I saw,
Latrell Crichton.
Latrell Crichton, they both stood up.
In this week.
They
In
both
this
stood
one
up,
week.
man.
All right, flick down, Mez.
Flicking down. This is really good television, boys. All right.
There we go. That's working again.
It's working again.
Adrian's
it is.
notes, 7. That's what happens when you have 7 pages on the dogs.
Yeah, literally, bro. Literally. The no try to Mariota, mate. It was the big momentum shift, so he had an opportunity to essentially... I think it would have been the final nail in the coffin. I think that would have been
It's
it.
a little bit of confidence killer.
26-0, I don't think we have the confidence in ourselves to come back, unfortunately. But he does, mate. We take the ball up the other end and we score a try to our captain Critter, who...
Mate, that... We'll talk about the Storm later on, but in Pappenhausen. But this, holding the ball out, hot tamale, hamstrings, sexy hamstrings,
He
beautiful tan.
absolutely fucking rinsed
Looked
Tomoko.
out, backed him.
Yeah.
Backed him on the ins. I like that he backed his centre, but bro, Stephen Crichton, just jam.
Yeah, you have to.
Just jam, bro.
You have
Just
to jam.
He's too good.
But you know what? Then he'll probably with that one little
Yeah.
boom, straight over to Karaz, and Karaz does what he does.
So who was that centre
always.
he had up against him?
I think it was Tomoko on the left. Oh, no, it would have
No,
been Sebastian
Tomoko
Chris.
on the right.
Sebastian
Chris
Chris
got a bit of a bath, yeah.
gave him an absolute bath. He did that whole
Do you
left
know,
side,
I'm
mate,
going
to
to
be
say
fair.
you're welcome to Bulldogs fans because I said a few weeks ago, Crichton really hasn't stood up, has he? And his leadership on the field, off the field, has been really good in his conversation.
And then he went,
and
hold
his
on, bro.
chat.
Hold
and
on.
he's just gone from there, try, assist, a triple for Karaz into one of those tries into a comeback.
Well, this was
20 points down.
This was what he used to do. That's what he was. He was the NO man. He was the guy they just threw the ball when they needed something, Penrith. But
Penrith,
now
yeah.
he's our leader. And he's just phenomenal,
But
bro.
what changed?
What changed?
Bailey Hayward. That link man coming on the field, having a genuine ball player,
Yep.
they had nothing.
How many minutes did Bailey Hayward play? 56.
I like it.
How much did Kurt Mann play? 24.
Okay. It's because you didn't need that impact through the middle, did you?
No.
You needed that ball playing link man who hits the perfect spot. It is.
It may be why we've re-signed him till 2028. That's the direction we're going.
I think this is it. We need him on the podcast.
Yeah, we need to reach out.
We need him on. We need to reach out ASAP.
Yeah.
It's done now. This game has just cemented how important he is to the team
Yes.
and getting his just to even get insights into the chat and what Serrato is telling him off the field would be such good podcasting.
I'd love
Just
to know
to
the
hear that.
specifics in like
Yeah.
what does Ciro sit you down 10 minutes before the game? If he's doing his last little chats, what's he say to you?
Yeah, and how are you fitting into the mold here? Because you have so many utilities. You're a smaller pack.
I reckon
What's
he
he
just
saying? What's your role?
You know what he looks like? He looks like a good listener. He's got
He's a touch
Marnie in the
footy player
inside
too.
of
He's
him.
got the brains.
That's what I mean. You got the brains. You got that ball pass. You
He's got the, they know
naturally
he's got the ball playing.
you naturally have that ability too.
Yeah,
Like
I'd back him all day.
he was key to making our spreads look lethal, and that's we just went back to simple stuff. Early ball to the centers. You have 2 strike centers in Crichton and Bronson Sherry. Just get them the ball. Simple.
That's
Same
the
as
difference
kick out.
between Para, Broncos, and Dogs at the moment.
You're not wrong, bro.
And unfortunately, that's probably the weakness of. It could be their biggest strength and their biggest weakness.
Correct.
Canberra.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and we love Tomoko. We reckon he's like Idor for us.
He is.
Back in the day, he was Idor, that right center. But
It was very,
Chris as well.
very
Chris come in
consistent.
and was one of the centers of the year last year.
It's consistency, man.
He kept his position because of that.
But attack was never their problem. It's always their defensive deficiencies. You know what I mean?
And where does it come from? That shape on that left side, the same shape twice led to points on both ends at 22-20. To
Best thing-
26-20 to 32-20.
Best thing about it is we found out what worked and we were relentless.
You peppered him.
We were relentless from then. And you could just tell, like, it only took 16 minutes, but they knew that they had them. It was just like I don't know, it's like something that you can just see in them. They're like, we know we're going to roll you.
Well, the good thing was as well, it felt like, I don't know where I was going with that. I felt like your centres and your second row just knew they were going to get on top. But at the same time, Canberra didn't give up. They were still trying, even with that Crichton one, or this Carraz one, sorry, the last one. Seriously.
The last one was
my gosh,
ridiculous.
Laurie Daly's had a few. He's on the buy round. Did you see that interview on the buy round?
I haven't seen it, no.
You have to listen to it. I'm really concerned about who he's going to pick for New South Wales.
Uh-oh.
It might be Teddy Carraz. The way he's speaking.
I don't mind it.
Same.
I don't mind
the way
Carraz.
he's speaking about the players, like, if they keep playing like this, the Crichton Carraz, could they be on the same side?
Yeah, they will be.
Bro, seriously, why
They will
not?
be. Why would?
You're not going to trust Lomax back. To'o's coming off a draw. I know he's still amazing, but if you're going against them, I wouldn't fight against it. You know best. You're the coach, bro. You're doing the most vision on it.
Yeah, I've got a few different thoughts on that New South Wales team.
Yeah, good.
A few different ones.
We're going to do a whole ep on it, guys.
We'll do a whole ep this week.
Yeah, stay tuned.
We'll do the big push this week and we'll go 3 eps for you.
Yeah,
how about that?
Most likely.
Most likely, definitely happening.
Yeah.
Most likely, definitely.
But just before we move off, I love KO Weeks. He's hot. And that try, I love it. I just love speed, bro. I love speed at the back.
As soon as he got out, I went, catch
he's
him.
so
Fucking hell.
good.
He's got another one. Like me.
He's so good, man.
Done it again. He's
coming on at the perfect time too.
He is. He's got a bit of confidence. And I like to see that in him, mate.
Yeah.
But Connor Tracy also with some terrific form.
Yeah.
He knows
gets that try.
He knows I've picked him up in SuperCoach.
He does, and he could have had another 17. But Strange had other ideas.
Really,
Strange
really
got
good.
rinsed all game too.
He did.
He still comes back. That's what Canberra's.
He's
that's
aggressive.
What they're about.
He's aggressive, and I like that he's getting a bit bigger.
I love it.
Supposed to talk about my Bulldogs,
this
but
could be the grand final.
It could be, bro.
Could be. Like, I wouldn't be disappointed either. The way the gameplay panned out, the players that are in there, how exciting they are, they both deserve it. At the moment, Storm come out and score 64 points in comeback round. And every other game is basically a comeback apart from this one.
You need consistency, mate.
It's just, that's the difference.
You need consistency,
That's where Storm scare you a bit.
And shout out to Reid Marnie, 60 tackles in the middle for him. Performance of a leader. I think he just did his job, didn't
Harry
overcomplicate
Grant's
things.
out, mate, Marnie's straight in.
Yeah,
no one's going to agree with me, but it's just how it is.
I think so.
Has to be.
He's in the form team of the comp, mate.
Yeah. After one of the games of the round, New Zealand Warriors defeated the St. George Illawarra Dragons 15-14.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't brought up this guy before, Aaron Clark. Through the middle for the Warriors. Oh, yeah. Aaron Clark. We just have to give you a bit of a nod. That's all we're doing. Apologies, Steve.
Aaron?
Mr. Messner, for bringing up our favourite again.
I don't care. I don't care.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, Aaron. Cheers to you. Mate, if Terrell May wasn't purchased by the Tigers this year, he's the buy of the year. Listen to these stats. 65 minutes, 18 runs, 177 metres, 52 tackles.
Oh, my.
Oh, my gosh. Beautiful.
He's such a good player. Do you think Aaron Clark could be in the running?
Well, I don't think they're necessarily award buy of the year, but
for the Bump Out podcasts.
For our Dally M's, there's going to be the buy of the year, and I guarantee you, Aaron Clark's already penciled in. And I don't care because I'm not changing it. I don't care.
I don't care.
I don't care. I don't care. You think Terrell May? Nah, bro. Nope.
It's just so good.
It's him.
It is.
It's him, mate.
He's him.
He is definitely him.
As they say, the kids, Holy Glaze.
Holy Glaze.
He's him.
He is him.
Stay on the Warriors. Help me out.
On the Wars.
Didn't get to this game as much as I would have liked.
That's all right, mate.
As closely anyway.
Look, the positive and the negative, it's that they scored all their tries in the first 20 minutes.
Yep.
I think Metcalf looked very settled. I want to see him do this against the top side.
Yep.
Because he has sort of produced this against, Cowboys. He was solid. He was very good.
And Cowboys are cementing themselves.
Cowboys are cementing themselves. Yep. But again, the Dragons not necessarily the caliber that they like. Mate, Halasima, just a bit of a standout performance for me. He played on the left this week. Last week played on the right.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little underrated attribute. Yep. Some of the best second rows in our game can play left and right.
Yep.
Doesn't necessarily matter. I think the defense was very solid. They scrambled really, really well. And they got their bodies in great positions actually to slow down the ruck. So that's a big thing, especially with the Warriors. They're generally bigger bodies, and it's harder for them to get up and down off the deck. But their wrestling obviously is on point, mate. And they'd be disappointed in a lapse late in the second half. I think that was the momentum changer.
Yep.
The Dragons were able to get that 6 points just before half time. And then I think they exploited their spacing. The Dragons did really well to really take advantage of that. They're not a good team actually to have that deficiency against, especially.
Yep.
the Dragons have really good shape, especially on their left-hand side. And the right-hand side of the Warriors, unfortunately, that spacing was just taken advantage of.
Is that Metcalf?
On the left?
On that right side?
Sorry, on the right, because Chanel's
it is,
left.
isn't it?
Correct. But it's all about manipulating there, especially like Luciano Leilua as well.
Too picky, isn't it?
Again, too picky on the left wing this time, yes.
Too big on the left?
Yeah, Dallin's back on the right.
That's right.
And
and he's going to... Yeah, but as well, he probably didn't have his best game as well, but you bring him back from an injury like this, give him 4 or 5 weeks.
He's all
he'll
NO
be back
too.
to his best.
He's all NO. That's what Dallin
balls,
is.
But he'll be back.
You are going to get that, bro.
You're going to get especially coming back from an injury like this.
Big time, mate. Big time. But yeah, look, they knocked on the door repeatedly of the Dragons line, especially late. I think Metcalf, great option, taking the 1 point with 10 minutes to go. I don't think a lot of people would have seen that.
100%.
The Dragons definitely weren't prepared for it.
I wasn't listening to the commentary when I was watching this, but I thought Johns is not going to like this. Beware of the outside of 10 minutes curse.
I think it might have been Cooper Cronk calling the game.
Did he like it?
And Cronk liked it.
Okay.
Bank it early.
If he liked it, I like it.
Again, mate, bank it early.
Keep going with that podcast, mate, too. You're doing pretty well. You've got something in you, Cooper.
You're okay.
You're doing pretty well. I'll back you.
Mate, but it was a good performance from the Warriors. Am I disappointed that it was that close for the Warriors? Absolutely. After the start that they had, they definitely should have put them away.
Yeah.
But Dragons, that's the Dragons' way now. They just don't go away, mate. They don't go away.
How did Locko go? First game. I saw a few runs from him. Looked really good.
So
3-4 players on him every time.
Statman Mez today.
Yeah,
Statman.
love this.
30 minutes, 12 runs, 111 meters after my stroke.
English, please.
18 tackles, no misses.
Yeah. Debut.
30 minutes for a front rower, and he got 30 minutes.
And he looked pretty good.
He looked
the whole
damaging,
time
bro.
too.
He looked damaging.
Yeah.
So they also used him as a decoy. They used him as a decoy one off the ruck. They sucked in the A defender.
Yep.
And then they gave a nice ball to DeBellin, who then gave a nice short ball to Egan.
He nearly untouched too.
Nearly untouched. So without him sucking in that A defender and that B defender
because he's young and he's big.
Then DeBellin did really good to draw and pass. And that obviously that right-hand side spacing, like I said to you.
Their forwards are doing really well this year, Dragons. To even be in this position.
Them, Hamish Stewart, Toby Couchman with a shoulder injury now, but mate, a couple of those young guys, I can't wait to see them. Honestly, like they'll be in there all year. They'll play next year. We'll be talking about them for years to come, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
But mate, King Tonga as well. I think he impressed me. Some class options with and without the ball.
Yeah, because Katoa started exactly the same way.
He did.
Isaiah Katoa started the same way.
He's very Katoa.
A little bit laboured. I think he's more confident than Katoa was when he came in.
He just comes in and
he's just kind of like, fuck it.
He doesn't want to.
I'm flashy. I'll just hit him. I'll hit him in this hole.
Fuck
whatever. Jaden's still a good bounce back too.
Yeah,
didn't have a poor game. He could have come back. He could have been off it.
The second rowers, I think. Sua, he done well. Dylan Egan, definitely a flano guy. Goes all day.
Yeah, he's a Hayden guy. He's a bump out guy.
He is. I don't know where the Dragons go from here. Warriors, I think they starting to do a little bit of travel as well. The Warriors, I think it might be catching up to them.
Warriors are doing very well to win these games. They shouldn't have beat Broncos, and it started their run of close wins.
It sure did.
They beat the Cowboys and now beating the Dragons.
Yeah,
they've done well, and they're easily in the top 4, comfortably too.
What are they second?
Don't know.
I think they're second now.
Wow.
Raiders third.
That's too good.
Unlucky.
Talking about the top 8, North Queensland Cowboys 30, Penrith Panthers 30. First draw in season 2025, even after extra time, 90 minutes of football. The great thing about Penrith is I think for so long the opposition needed to worry about both halves.
Yep.
And I think it's happening again.
Oh, yeah.
You just don't have to do video. It's more the video on Cleary, but now you have to do it on Talangi as well.
You said it to me a few weeks ago that Ivan Cleary needs to sit down with Blaze Talangi and watch Jerome Luai's game. Bro, I've never seen someone look like a player in my life.
Yeah.
He looked exactly like a right-footed Luai.
And he's playing off instinct, which is extremely Luai, and it's so hard to defend. So this is what SJ said last week. Penrith aimed a lot of their attack at Clifford and Vailea. Talangi, 4 try assists down that side. Contact and offload to Papali'i. Then a straighten up out the back of shape into a short ball to Garner.
Oh, the straighten up.
After the very nice change of pace. It was the change of pace. The thing that Cronk and Johns talk about with Isaiah Katoa. And that's one of their best halves.
It's dictating the pace,
Isn't it crazy?
It's dictating the pace.
It's great for a half. But also then the grubber in behind for Garner and the kick over top for Jenkins. 4 try assists.
Phenomenal. He looked really, really good, man.
Yeah, we brought up how good he was against my beloved Broncos last week.
Yeah.
I questioned whether he's a 6. We never questioned his ability, slickness, or skill.
No, fuck no.
I'd like to formally apologise to Penrith fans
Formal.
and anyone else that's saying it as well. I said he might not be a 6. He's definitely a 6, and he's working really hard and really nicely in the cog of the Penrith system.
You can tell that they're working on those things, man.
Yeah.
Like, he could not play straight and direct for the life of him at Parramatta. All he wanted to do was go sideways and try and run around, bro. Like, yeah, good.
No, Moses was there too. That's the issue.
Yeah, that's correct. He also he's always had that change of pace. He's always had it, and he's had a natural lack of a natural knack of when to do it.
Yeah.
But mate, he's just like you said, he's just doing his role, man. Just doing his role. I think it's taking a lot of pressure off Cleary.
It is. He can just have fun.
It's
Control, kick.
It's setting them up good for the Origin period, but I don't know whether they're going to be able to.
Nah.
Suppose you just bring in a Schneider.
Schneider comes straight into 14, but still, it's quite difficult. The positive apart from that's a huge positive.
Yeah.
Another positive for Penrith, apart from the gameplay, it's 30 all. Jenkins, man, he comes straight on. That link up with Talangi straight away. He's a fullback, man.
He is.
If they didn't have, it's basically a young Edwards. Just probably not as good at the moment, but you get the reps into him. He's Edwards. He's a clone. Probably faster too.
In that system as well, they could develop him into it for sure.
Big time.
For sure.
You don't need a Teddy or a Walsh.
That could have been their backup plan, you know? Like, they do have Dane Laurie there, but you sort of want someone to fill that role similar to Edwards, I think.
He's very, very similar.
Just works for him.
I like him. Anything else on Penrith?
I think they will be very disappointed with how they ended the game.
Okay.
Very disappointed. They lost that game.
You reckon?
They lost that game. Mitch Kenny, unfortunately, mate, I think you're a gun player. You're a very good player.
He went away. He did a Blake Brayley.
He absolutely fucked
Blake.
it.
You reckon that one was the one?
That was it.
So I reckon Cowboys should have kicked it way earlier.
On the buzzer.
Oh, okay. At the end?
At
or
the
you're saying
end.
at the end of the actual game?
At the end of 80 minutes.
Yeah.
At the end of 80 minutes, he dummied and he hit Liam Henry on his own.
Yes, and he didn't. He was in no man's land.
Bro,
Yeah.
just give Cleary the ball. I kept saying, I think I was saying to my brother, bro, I was saying to my dad, mate, if Cleary won't miss it, he doesn't miss, bro. If the game is on the line, he does not miss. You just need to give him the ball. Don't overthink it. Don't use him as a decoy. Just fucking give him the ball.
Just give him it. He'll kick it.
He got it off I think there was like a little bit of a broken down play there. They tried to get the ball out. He grabbed it and still iced it.
Yeah.
He still kicked it. But they called knock on.
Yeah.
Come on, what are you doing?
Just get it
What
to
are you
him.
doing?
Well, that's the same thing I think for Clifford at the end.
Yeah.
90 minutes. That he should have iced that.
Definitely.
Straight through the sticks.
Definitely.
I know
Right in
you're
front.
a lot of pressure, 90 minutes of footy, but man, come on.
Yeah.
You're a first grader. You should kick with one of the best kicking games in the game. It's kicking game in this one.
They were given the opportunity to win that game, bro. They were. You know what it felt like? It felt like Penrith just got far enough ahead to just keep them in the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, we can probably put our foot down here, but no, we won't.
Yeah, I think
Then
they
Cowboys
were
went, okay.
16 or 18 points ahead
You wanna
and they
give
look
us
like that.
You want to give us that opportunity? We'll nudge along again.
Yeah.
We'll nudge along again. And if there's anyone you don't want to give a sniff,
Cows.
it's fucking Cows, bro. And it's
Big
Scotty
time.
D. Mr. D. Scotty Drinkwater.
Moving on to the Cows. This is why I have him in my 8. And I'm very happy I put him there.
Oh, man.
They're the dark horse. Well, now their talent is pretty well lit. They're not too dark anymore.
No.
No offense. Nothing wrong with being dark. Love that. Tommy Dearden, Jackson Purdue.
Yeah.
He's fighting his way into the squad for Queensland. Serious? Not it's a squad. Squad, not team. Squad.
Yeah.
Squad.
I hope he's, yeah.
Squad.
Squad.
The extended squad. You wanted Preston, you have Crichton and
Preston's
Martin
done
there.
it for fucking nearly 4 years.
Yeah, okay.
Purdue's done it for 10 games.
That's more impressive.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah. Squad. That's fine. That's your
Go
opinion.
against it, mate. Go against it.
There is
What,
fucking
you can't
no
say-
way.
You don't think Purdue's been good?
I never said that.
Okay.
I don't think he's
You laugh,
worthy.
but you
I don't
laugh at
think
him
he's
being in the
worthy.
squad.
I don't think he's worthy to be in the Origin squad. No.
Okay.
I don't.
Come back to this time next year when he's one of the best centers in the game. And he's a half. He's a 7.
I don't think he's a center.
No, he's not.
He's definitely not.
Well, he probably is a better winger. He just doesn't have the size on him.
Nah.
What do you think?
I think he'll be a 6 in the end.
Tommy Dearden 7.
Yeah, I don't know. Tommy Dearden's
I
is a
like
weird
Tommy
one, bro.
Dearden 7. I really like him 7. He does it anyway. He does what he wants. He's not a Jerome Hughes 7. He's not a running 7.
Yeah.
He's not even really a running 6. He's a very, very, very good defensive 6.
Yeah.
But
I
he
don't
just
know.
runs and takes a dummy and run.
On Purdue.
Number 14 is Tommy Dearden for Queensland. Has to be now. With Ben Hunt out, obviously.
Definitely.
And I think like 19 or 20 will be Purdue.
Nah, I completely. I don't think so.
Then who?
I don't think so. I think
19 or 20?
You got Talangi, you got Cobbo.
Yeah,
You
but
have
why
those
wouldn't you bring in
guys.
a young guy
You have those guys.
for the sake of experience?
Not
to
Purdue.
play.
Not Purdue, bro. Not Purdue.
Who?
Anyone else.
So you'd rather bring in like Cobbo or something who's been there before than give the experience to a guy. You won't play.
Yeah, but you know what? If they name them in the squad and someone goes down, you want someone who's going to be ready to play. Cobbo would be the guy.
Right.
Like realistically, like I don't really want to go into Origin chat because I want to save it for this week. But maybe let's leave that. Let's leave that.
Everyone, keep going.
Everyone, you can hear the argument between me and Hayden. Later on, but I'll be ready for you. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. No backing down. Shout out to Cass. He wants to hear us argue all the time. Fucking cuck.
Cows. A little bit on the cows because they're going a bit over time here.
Very unorthodox, mate. That's what they are. You don't want to give them a sniff. Bro, where do you start, man? Drinky. I really love his deception. He's just very deceptive.
Is he a better ball playing fullback than Latrell?
Yeah, bro.
People keep saying Latrell's best by far.
Nah.
They don't understand how good Drinky is.
Nah.
They don't understand.
I think Latrell's got a really good cutout pass.
Yeah.
Really good cutout pass. But Drinky...
It's consistent too.
He could genuinely play 7, 6 or 1. I think if he needed to.
In nearly any team, I think too. He'll slot into any system.
He's definitely... You can tell he came from Melbourne. He's Jerome Hughes all over.
Is he a New South Welshman?
He is. He is.
Any love?
Bro, you know I would. I love
I've got
him.
another question later for you.
I love
I've got
him.
some questions in purple in here.
But unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be.
Just maybe not the setup. Not the strong. You need a strong man at the back.
Correct.
Maybe.
He has all the values, I think. Like in this game, he also come up with a charge down in Golden Point.
Yep.
I think that's the type of NO that you need in an Origin game. But I just think his height, he would just get exploited, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's it for the cows.
Yeah.
Over it.
Well done. The first draw of the year. Didn't mind it at all. Good game. They reckon game of the year, people were saying.
It was a good game.
Everyone was going, as a neutral, it was great to watch.
It was a really good Saturday for me.
Oh, big time.
Really good Saturday.
Of course it was a great Saturday. You came back from 20-0. Someone who didn't have a great Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. Melbourne Storm defeated the West Tigers 64-0.
64-0.
34-0 at half time. They couldn't even double it in the second half. Trash.
No.
Trash.
Melbourne can't win the comp.
Is that it? 64. Couldn't have done 68. You couldn't have doubled it.
Yeah.
Seriously. What are they doing? Isn't much to say for the Tigers. You just don't want to catch a Storm on one of these days.
Mates.
It's not you. It's me.
Do you want to talk about the Tigers first?
It's not you. It's them.
It's definitely not you. It's definitely them.
It's definitely them. They are that gun. When they're at their creative, relentless best, you're not stopping them.
No.
And they even manipulated Terrell May and used his effort and enthusiasm against him again.
Big time.
So many times. And it wasn't even like a complete missed tackle. It was a step shimmy palm off.
Yeah.
And a little bit how I think Slater watches this performance a lot and sees how he can beat Terrell May in the front row. This may have got Barnett starting in New South Wales and Terrell May on the bench.
I think Terrell doesn't necessarily tire and his lateral movement is always good.
Yeah.
What did Bellyache do? Just sent traffic at him, bro.
And fast traffic too, not just forwards all the time.
That's the thing.
Yeah, it was Pappy, Munster,
Pappy, Munster, Hughes.
All day around the ruck. And even though Terrell's good, he's still a bigger body.
Oh, yeah, he is a bigger body.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
So you're still going to give him you got to give him his flowers with the work he does every week.
Yeah.
But you come up against a premiership contender.
He did well.
Yeah.
He did well considering.
He still shines.
He was still their best player.
Yeah.
By far. I think they had an opportunity at the start, the Tigers, mate. You could tell things weren't going their way.
Yeah.
But they did get a spread to the right. I think Taruva nearly had an open try line
and just
fumbled.
And if that was his chest, big time.
It hit short, unfortunately hit the ground and he fumbled. And I think that was their one opportunity. If they get those points there, maybe it's a different game. Maybe.
64 points, different game. I don't know.
But then when Pappy goes
a bit of confidence.
When Pappy goes and scores a hat-trick in 17 minutes, I think that's pretty much, you're pretty much going, yeah, we're fucked. Yeah, we're pretty fucked today.
Moving on to Melbourne Storm. So Pappy's first try, I think it's one of the best individual tries I've ever seen.
The put down, bro.
I think it's just in front of Slater's origin try of the short kick of Lockyer.
Wow.
I think this is better.
Yeah, you're taking circumstance into it when you're looking at Slater, like in Origin.
Exactly. If it was like a finals game or something.
Yeah.
Which I still think he can do. And he's not running against slow guys as well at the back.
Fuck no.
Like a lot of them are in form. Taruva's in form. He's been incredible. That left, I know Dewey didn't have his best game, but we can argue he's not a centre. So even the chase back, Buller chilled out, was like kind of partially jogging. Naden.
He beat 5 people.
to get to the
All
ball.
one-on-one.
And they all chilled and were like, we're going to get there before and we're good. They kind of jogged to it.
He
They
looks
laboured
rapid.
to it.
He looks rapid.
Yeah.
I think if
With all that strapping on his knee too.
Yeah.
Around his leg, that right leg, I think. Right or left.
3 or 4 years ago, everyone wanted him on the bench for New South Wales. Maybe.
I'll put it to you now.
Maybe.
As a New South Wales fan, is there any love or even possibility at all that he gets the number 1 for New South Wales?
The number 1? No, I don't think so.
I think there should be. I think there should be a lot more conversation about it. I don't think there will be.
I don't think so.
Nah.
Again, like my argument with Scotty D, I think he might be manipulated a little bit with his
Imagine
height.
having Pappy, man. The pace.
Yeah, but have you
Tired
seen the
forwards
size
too?
of your wingers? You got Nanai there with jumping power.
At the moment, Nanai's been.
We've always
3 weeks ago we talked about this. Pappy would be ripping everyone up. Too bad. There'd be Talangi by himself on the wing. But now, the way Nanai's been playing, Firma's been playing.
honestly, I wish they go Pappy.
I would love that.
Do you know how fun Origin would be to watch Pappy in there?
Running around like a headless chook.
Fuck
just run,
me, bro.
Just run.
You think he's got NO for Melbourne? Imagine for New South Wales. After
to
all
go
he's been
forwards?
through
Oh,
to
yeah.
get there,
Yeah.
you know what? He deserves to be in the squad.
Yeah.
Someone like Pappy deserves to be in the squad. You're talking about
So you'd go
Purdue
Edwards-
off 10 games?
So you'd go Edwards into no Teddy in the extended. You'd go Edwards into Pappy.
Nah. Yeah, like
I reckon he's
same,
going to pick Teddy.
same philosophy that you had, same idea.
Yeah. I like that, man.
Just get him in there. I want to see him in the sky blue. Come
So
on.
another thing, a little bit of research. This is how Pappy responds to heartbreak. 4 tries and 36 points scored in one game. 37 tries now at Amy Park, second behind Slater on 44.
Heartbreak?
So I read earlier in the week that he broke up with his girlfriend out of the blue and she's moving back to Sydney.
No.
Yeah, and
Paps.
that was the week of. And he comes out and scores 4 tries. He knows what he wants, man. She said it was out of the blue. She's moving back to Sydney. And I wasn't sure how he'd turn up. I captained him in SuperCoach. He looks great.
Oh, man.
It'll be weird on their Perfect Partner segment, though, on their 167 podcast this week.
They do it every week.
They were.
Well,
and
not
they haven't
anymore.
brought it up at all last
Hey, I'll
week.
come on with you. I just need to get to know you.
They
but,
haven't
you know.
brought it up at all. And I was
Yeah,
like,
what
cool.
would you? I don't
All
think
right,
they
a
would.
little bit more on Storm. Just a little bit. They were gun. They were amazing, as their usual
They
at Amy Park.
take a guess, mate. Xavier Coates. He absolutely tore up to River
He loves
on that
it.
winger.
He loves it.
The kicking game from the halves. If nothing was on, they chucked the Moses and Lomax in Origin. Munster just put one up for Coates.
Yeah.
Easy.
Bat back, Katoa, same
Bat
thing.
back.
It's the issue is when you're throwing a ball, Tigers, at halfway and it hits Dewey's feet, and then the first one to pick it up is Meany and he runs the field and Buller's within only 10 meters. I think you should probably just stop and go, hey boys, let's just ilch right
Yeah,
now. No
we're just-
injuries. Because it's just
Big
not
day.
your game.
Big
It's just-
day
It's
today.
just not your day.
Yeah, look, their target of the A and B defender was phenomenal. That's where they targeted May,
Yeah.
and it was, you can't beat ruck speed, right? You can't beat it. And once Melbourne Storm win the ruck, game's over.
The scariest thing is that without the ruck speed king, Harry Grant.
They did this without Harry Grant, and I thought Bronson Garlick was fucking phenomenal.
It was good.
I have put
was-
shit on him for weeks,
He's a good player.
and he
He's
was
just not
good, man.
Grant.
He was good.
That's what
Literally,
happens when you step into
my
the shoes.
stand-up performances were Pappy, Money, Hughes, Coates, Blore,
Garlic.
and Garlic.
I like it.
Bit of garlic sauce. Get that up here.
Bit of mayo.
Shout out to Eljana.
Yeah, love that. Reach out.
Mate, they were fucking phenomenal, bro. Honestly, like, what
Was
more
like
can we say?
it was like give to Hughes, looks up, sees who's in front, little skip, right foot step, short to Money, scores.
You know when you're in year 12 and you versus year 7s? This is what it was like.
I do.
This is what it was
I know
like.
exactly what you're talking
That's
about.
what they went, oh, what are we going to, let's just
Let's
try
fucking-
anything.
Let's get some
Let's just try
confidence to
anything.
smash these
Yeah,
guys.
that's what it felt like, bro.
That's the best.
yeah.
Shout out to Thomas in the playground at Freeman.
He's
that's the
still
best.
trying to beat year 7s, I think.
Last game of comeback round was the Cronulla Sharks defeated the Manly Sea Eagles 30-14. Unfortunately, comeback round was ruined by the Melbourne Storm.
They were, yeah, well,
Big time. So,
34 points. Fuck
Yeah.
me.
and then leading into a 30-14, Hines with the ball on a string.
Yeah.
The Cronulla Sharks, they're back. They're back.
They're back.
I still
They're
don't know
back
where they're
in
sitting,
patches again.
Although Manly fans are very negative on their squad. I like
they?
it. I like seeing it. I really like seeing it. They're sitting in the top 8 and they don't know how, and they're not positive on their gameplay at the moment. We're going to go straight to Manly and we'll come back to Sharks.
Yep.
DCE, very, very quiet in the last few weeks.
Very ordinary.
He needs to stand up.
Yeah.
Because this, unfortunately, with Tommy the way he is right now,
He's not fit, bro.
no, he's not. He's not fit.
fit.
Of course he's not fit.
He won't-
We know this, don't we? We've said it for weeks.
Honestly, there has to be...
Call at the back. Call gets 2 tries. Or let's
Put him in the
maybe
centres,
let's
bro.
not get him involved as much as he can. No, get Turbo there, even just to hit and spin, hit Cole at the back. You're scoring 4 or 5 every game.
You have Lehigh anyway.
It's so smart.
Why are you playing him? He's not right.
I think it's straight swap. Kohler out, Turbo center.
So you want Cooler at fullback?
Oh, I just want the pace, man. He's too fast.
But then
Doesn't
you
get
have
enough ball.
You have Lehigh, Turbo, and Cooler who can all interchange.
It's so
Like,
good.
why put... I don't know, man.
Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense. To
if it's
Maybe they
me-
don't trust his lateral movement
If it's me, I don't play Turbo at all. At all.
until he's back to
Till
near.
you are 100%. Because I don't need you going down in round 11 again. I need you peaking when it's round 20, 21, 22, going
Maybe he's not
into
gonna get
finals.
there. Maybe he's not going to get there this year, and they just need whatever substandard they can get.
I don't know. I don't think they look as good with him at the
Did
back
you see
now.
Cherry Evans at all in this game? Like, did you?
I didn't
either-
see either of them.
I didn't see anyone. I
saw
forgot Turbo was-
Cooler.
Yeah,
I saw Cooler big time.
Saab I saw too. Saab stood up.
Yeah.
tried his best.
He did.
And
But
Garrick
fuck me.
got pumped, but still, because Garrick just
Oh.
turns it on.
Yeah.
Garrick turns it on. Teams do video on him. And you shut down Garrick,
Mm.
you shut down a lot of the team. Unless Cherry Evans kicks you back into the game.
Mate, Garrick,
He puts so much effort in.
Yeah,
eh?
but you come up against one of the best defensive centers in the NRL, bro.
Yeah.
Ito is a fucking machine.
He's a
I
machine.
don't care what anyone
He's all
says.
defense. Yeah,
He's all defense and flair and hotness.
yeah.
And I love him.
And he's hot.
He's also hot.
Do we say that?
Really good for an anytime try scorer too, and he's hot.
Yeah. So is Garrick though.
They are.
In both
They
ways,
are.
in everything we just said.
They are.
But they shut him down, and Mulatalo. Did you see Mulatalo in his face?
You know what?
He dropped the ball. Mulatalo's
How do you
yelling.
know? How do you know Mulatalo's on? When
Yeah.
he's fucking chirping.
Yeah,
When he's chirping, he's on. I love it.
yeah. Let's move to them then. Because
love it.
anything else on Manly? Because I don't know what
Long
they
range.
need to do.
Honestly, long range specialists. Dive into it. Do it.
That try.
Use your speed. Sack Turbo. Don't even play him. Lehigh at the back. Cool at the back. Garrick
Yeah.
at the back. Anyone but Turbo.
That try will be top 3. That'll be in one of the tries of the year at the end of the year in Dally M's.
fucking oath it will be.
That it won't. I don't think it'll win. I think the
No.
Raiders won against the Sharks wins.
Circumstances
But
too.
exactly.
I take
Last
circumstances
second,
into it.
I think it was like the start of the second half. The start of a comeback. If they won, maybe.
Yes.
But circumstantial, like we said, it's not going to be there.
Yeah.
All
The
right.
The errors killed him, mate.
Yeah.
The errors killed him.
Mr.
Moving
Hines. Mr. Hines. Nico Hines. We said it the last few weeks. It's done now. It's Nico's team.
Yes.
Although I liked Trindle. This is one of my favourite games of his.
He just did what he needed to do in this game, I
He
think.
slotted in when he needed to. He scored the tries off the back. That pressure is all Trindle. He knew if I'm not going to be there, if I'm not going to be given hectic balls, like short balls to
need
AFB untouched.
I need to
like,
apply the
seriously,
pressure.
I'll just play my role. I'll
Kicking?
just keep pushing.
He
Yeah.
does all the kicking,
Yeah.
so Nico doesn't have to worry about it.
Short kicking game, I don't mind as well.
And you know what? He just gets Nico the ball at the outside of shape, bro. That's what we needed.
Yeah.
I told you last week that they're going to start leaning into Nico style footy. It's by period fucking footy, mate.
Yep.
This is where they're going to bank wins.
And the game that's on, the game that Trindle's on, just give it to him.
Yep.
And when Trindle's on, he's very, very, very good. But he just needs to be on, and he needs to know that it's his team.
It's
at
the
the moment.
indigenous way.
Nico's just on.
It's
Yeah.
the indigenous
It's
way.
instinct.
A lot of those boys,
They're born in
when
instinct, aren't they?
When
Yeah.
their instinct is top tier, bro. Top tier.
Yeah.
It's arguably the best in the game. But mate, they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Any other standouts?
Standouts for me, we've already mentioned them, mate.
Mulatalo.
Nico, the wetter the hair, the better he plays.
Yep.
We've known that for years.
No rain too.
It's in the Bible, I think.
Well done to it is. I think it is in the Bible actually.
It is in the Bible. And Mulatalo bringing the NO. I thought they were just, them two especially, were phenomenal, bro.
Yeah.
Were phenomenal. And Ito, shout out to Ito, defended really well.
Yeah. Back
And
to winning ways. The Sharks.
Billy Burns as well, actually.
I'm a huge fan of Billy Burns.
Yeah.
He obviously is not going to get it over Wilton every week. Or Wilton's, I'm assuming, injured.
He is a few more weeks,
That's
yeah.
why. But I like his energy.
Yeah.
Billy Burns. I really like his intent. He did well this game. Little kick in behind as well. I really liked it. Variation.
I think everyone sort of they managed that game pretty well. They managed it. They capitalized on the error. They had the opportunity from when Garrick dropped the ball in goal.
Yep.
Trindle scored. I think from that point they managed it really, really well. And the Sharks, mate, they're just
At the moment, too good.
at the moment they are.
Manly flat track bullies again.
They have some really soft errors sometimes, like especially in defense. Cooler's second try, I think it was.
Yep.
Mate, they only had 2 missed tackles in the first half. And then 10 minutes into the second half, they were already hitting double digits missed tackles.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between the Sharks. They just they sort of need to close the gap between how good they can be and how bad they can be.
Fell away.
Yeah. Because ideally, if they can close that gap, they'll be a premiership threat, bro.
Yeah, fair shout. Oh, what a week round 10 was. We're going to get to Thursday, Mez. Bit of a review of Origin, Blues, Maroons, Game 2, Thursday, 15th of May, Allianz Stadium.
Blues 13 plus.
I think they're 3 this year, aren't they?
3 this year.
There's 3.
There's 3.
Okay, good.
There is 3.
Blues 15, 16 plus.
18 plus. Why not? 20 plus?
I can't wait to watch it.
20 plus?
I'm excited.
Getting
20
some
plus.
I'm getting some bets on that one for sure. For sure.
Definitely. Round 11, Mez. Newcastle Knights, Parramatta Eels. First game.
Jeez,
McDonald
Louise.
Jones. Jeez. Well,
Yeah.
Knights.
Wow.
Surely Knights. At home. Yeah. Moses Clinic or Ponga
I want to
Clinic.
see the lineups.
I don't even know. I'm going Newcastle. Oh. Newcastle at home. Let's go.
Parramatta. Parramatta.
Next
Moses.
up, Friday, Doggies, Roosters.
Dogs.
A call.
Dogs.
I think it's a big game for the Roosters. See how they respond.
Big game.
I'm going Dogs.
30 plus.
Dolphins, Warriors, Suncorp.
This is one. I say to you, the Warriors have had a fair bit of travel.
Yeah.
Another travel game.
Warriors, 13 plus.
Dolphins.
Ooh, wow. I just can't back the Dolphins. I've backed them too many times.
1 or 12.
Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Townsville, 5:30, Cowboys, Manly.
If Manly turn up, this could be game of the round.
Yeah, if Manly need to do something. Manly,
Cows.
I've got to go Cows 13 plus. I think dry track, Townsville, they run away with it.
They'll be disappointed from last week, mate.
Okay. Premiership contenders. Come on, Sharks. Sharks against Storm. Sharks v Storm, Shark Stadium.
How can I back against
Storm.
the Storm?
It's got to be Storm. Sharks need to respond.
Honestly,
time.
wouldn't surprise me if the Sharks win. Wouldn't.
I just can't see it against
There
Storm.
is a bone in my body that says Sharks,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to listen to it.
Okay, this will be interesting. Brisbane Broncos, Suncorp against Dragons. Yeah.
Fuck, this is one you would lose, man.
One, we've lost a lot of them recently at home. I'm just going Broncos just because I have to.
Is Ezra definitely going to be back? You
I
reckon?
don't know. I just really don't
How
know.
far is Walshy off? Not playing?
Nah, I don't think so. Oh, he said he's ruled himself out of Origin, so that may mean he'll be back before Origin. Don't know.
Broncos 13 plus.
Wow, 13 plus.
13 plus.
Raiders 405 GIO Canberra against Titans Raiders. Wow.
Titans 40 plus.
Wow. Bullshit, actually? Surely not.
Raiders
Big
13
time.
plus.
Final game of the week. Oh, Campbelltown Sports Stadium. This is a poo slinger. West Tigers Rabbitohs. $1.92 each.
The 6:15 game sucks too.
This is yuck. I don't even know if I'll watch this. Jokes, I will.
Rabbits.
Penrith on the bye too.
Rabbits. I'm going Rabbits.
I'm going Tigs.
Tigs?
I'm going Tigs.
Bounce back?
Yeah.
Bounce back Tigs.
I'm going Tigs.
Is that spite?
I'm positive on the... No, I'm positive. Oh, forgot about that.
Did you forget?
With their players back too.
Latrell, the best player in the league?
No. I think Tigers respond.
South.
Come on, Tigers.
South.
Come on, Tigers fans.
South.
Come on, Tigers. You got to do something.
Nah,
You've got
done.
to do something.
South's done.
Okay. If you haven't already, please follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe and watch us on YouTube. Also, feel free to leave us a 5-star rating on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. It really does help push our podcast up the rankings.
Push it.
Out to more potential listeners.
Push up and out.
Yes.
Up and out.
Adrian, I hope you have a very successful week.
Thanks, my bro.
And I'll see you at our Origin special this week, I think.
I'll see you
It's going to be a big one.
tomorrow.
A little bit more comfortably clothed.
A little bit more. I'll see you tomorrow.
You look great, though.
I'll see you Wednesday. And that's
Origin
it.
Thursday, probably.
Origin Thursday, most likely.
Yep. Games Friday.
I think I'll just
Sunday
bring
into Monday.
I think I'll just bring a bag.
Yeah.
I'll bring a bag.
Bring a bag over. Love you, mate.
Love you. Bye.
See ya.